every now and then we don't want to be coming back on the show to tell you guys, Guti, okay, my signs and symptoms, flu atin, and we just hope that, you know, everyone takes winter season as best as they can, gets those flu shots if you have to, and of course, gunema ginger shots, and that's your way of, you know, preventing yourself from getting any flu, right? But of course, you know, we're always going to educate you guys, motivate you guys, and of course, on the golden hour on how to better take care of yourself. And of course, maybe you want to be sleeping in, but make sure that you exercise, because that's how you get sickly, right? It doesn't have to be anything related to flu, but it can be just any, you know, sicknesses that might probably, you know, happen during the winter season. Golden hour, it's a health Tuesday. Health, guys. Today we're going to be learning so much on the show, and of course we're always advocating for you guys to try something new. And today on the show we're going to be showing you boxing for dummies, right? Anyway, I'm not alone on the show. I'm with my beautiful co-host today on a Health Tuesday. Not really.
Sore throat. But I'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
I'm getting my cut over the weekend, but I'll be okay. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you so much.
I'm fantastic. It's a Health Tuesday. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your favorite entertainment show on your screens, the Golden Hour. Hashtag Umnanzekaya. It is good to be home. The winter season is at hand. It is here. It's very cold. Winter. Even though April, winter is autumn, but yay. Ungawa kobosi, ungawa tsebeseli emakata April, emakata autumn especially, you know, makata. So make sure that the kids, everyone is warmed up, you know, cozied up, you know, and TV, make sure that you drink the coffee, you have those soups, you know, you know, so that you prevent any colds and flus. And of course, it can be really cold. You know, but you know, you can't beat the cold sometimes. But look at flu season, especially it is for you to take the kids and yourself to the hospital and get those flu shots. You know, so I hope that this cold goes away. But it was worse yesterday.
Yes.
Because we're standing now, and then you know, I woke up yesterday. Oh, it was worse, you know. But it's getting better. I hope it's really getting better. You know, any way, shape or form. So it's a beautiful day, beautiful week, new things. You know, Golden Hour namhla we have boxing. You know, siyafunza you know, the basics of boxing. If you want to be a boxer, a start-out boxer, a beginner boxer, you know, make sure that you tune out to the Golden Hour today. Utofunza logo. So you had a chance to, you know, visit a boxing coach. How did that go?
Yeah, it went fine. I think it's a sport that you can try, especially when I frustrated, you're frustrated, and you feel like, you know what, I actually want to, you know, do a lot of like, keep stress basically. So I think it's a great sport. Physical.
No, I'm not a rapper. But you shy just one rap song or one poem. Just to vent, you know, no man at a boxing just one poem. Just for one thing release.
That's true.
Just one track.
That's true. Yes,
you know,
definitely.
So many ways of venting. But then, you know, so today we learn about boxing 101 with Tilu on the Golden Hour. And of course, kune sifo elesimatima kakhulu naso lesibhedvukile vendakangwane eske sabiga ngaso ukuthi sike satholakala KZN in the Republic of South Africa, hand, foot and mouth disease. Affects kids and toddlers, you know. But there's traces of that. There's people or kids, children, so Golden Hour, Sinabo Ministry of Health, local Ministry of Health, Utosi Lanzis Agabandi, especially as guardians and parents to these kids, hand, foot and mouth disease. And of course we have a bit of a story pertaining that, so make sure that you look out for that today on the Golden Hour.
Yes, and of course we start the show with looking at what the entire world is celebrating all commemorating, and we'll teach you guys. Obviously, we use an international calendar, but we want to raise awareness on this thing so that it's something that you guys are aware about, and maybe it's something that you guys can adopt in your daily lives or as a country. You know, there's different days and holidays that people commemorate, and we wish for you guys to know about them. So today is Universal Day of Culture, right? So this day is very significant because if you live in Eswatini and you're a Swazi citizen, you know that culture is a very vital and important role when it comes to, you know, us as a country, you know, our identity, our government as well. And of course, His Royal Highness King Swazi III, you know, is a pioneer of just upholding the Swazi culture to the best of his capabilities, and of course, just conserving it basically for future generations, and for us to know ukuthi nangabe uLswati kumele ukuthi uphile kanjani, uvunula kanjani. And you know, when it comes to, you know, national holidays, basically a lot of people travel across the world to come watch the likes of Buganu Festival, the likes of Umhlanga Reed Festival, and that is something that we should be proud of, because in turn, economically, futhi livele yaphakama, because there's so much revenue that we make just from getting a lot of tourists. And of course, our culture is by far something that makes us very significant and very different. So you don't have to be a Liswati to understand culture, but whatever culture that you're in, you could be a Muslim, you could be, you know, anything basically that you are part of. We are just celebrating that and raising awareness about that, and just knowing that it is something that defines you and you should uphold it loudly and proudly.
Yeah, celebrating our rich culture and heritage as a Maswati. And of course today, this month basically, it was what is called Sexual Assault Awareness and Prevention Month. So inyaga ya March yona leyo. You know, in countries like South Africa, you know, they keep a long list of, you know, sexual assault offenders, you know, in the likes of South Africa, you know, because they've been found guilty of sexual assault crimes, you know, in the country. So it actually started in the United States of America, 15 April every year, young and old, raising awareness about what sexual assault is, ukuthi nangabe umuntu angithinze kabi mhlambe, you know, wangihlukubeda ngelicansi, you know, kusuke kungikuphi nakuphi, hamba ifike kuphi sexual assault, you know, and ukuthi lo muntu leyo umbeka licala, na umbeka licala uthi ukuhlukubete kanjani, you know, banetizathu, you know, to prove your point, you know. Sikubonile in so many cases, like global, you know, cases erifana nabo Didi, you know, being accused of so many, you know, sexual assaults or harassment, you know, young and old kids, male and female, you know, kanza bakle position labakuyo, being arrested in front of the courts even, you know, as a result of that. Nalakangwane siyakubona, especially kulamalanga lawa singeke singene kabanti, siyabona ukuthi indzaba ye SODV, indzaba lemqoka lebhlungu nalenkulu kakhulu, you know, you'd find yourself in the courts, you'd find yourself paying large amounts of money, you know, you found yourself in a position lapho khona uthinze umuntu kabi, umhlukubetile one way or the other. So that is what we're looking at today on the Golden Hour. And of course today as a special day, uyakhumbula esikoleni sasemelise marapa.
Yes, definitely.
What's your first experience? Yeah.
Like when you didn't have one, so I think it was just basically a way of even sharing and knowing that irapa is very important, because you make a mistake, you need to erase. Yeah,
you need to erase. So irapa was invented in 1770, Tilu, in the USA, 1770. So you know, once you make a mistake, there's a way of erasing that era, you know. So marapa, you know, so many experiences and memories, you know, I remember at some point it was during a test. I think it was primary school, you know. I had to use irapa, what is this? Elastic
elastic rubber band.
So those are some of my terrible memories when it comes to erasing any errors, you know, like a pen said, you know. So today is Rapa Eraser Day. You know, it's a beautiful day for the kids, you know. So one way of celebrating this day, it is to buy a rapa for these kids. And imagine, you know, or maybe you are drawing something, you know, so day rapa. So that you're not even comfortable or happy about, satisfied with. So you do need a rubber. Check if your nephews and nieces have a rubber, your kids whatsoever have a rubber, because if you have a pencil alone, how do you erase those mistakes?
Definitely. And as a parent, I just know that we are about to buy a lot of those. So basically, that's why we're looking at and celebrating these amazing inventions, because at the end of the day, they are very useful. With that being said, guys, we'll take a breather. After we come back, basically, we have a very important guest from the Ministry of Health.
This is my first time here.
Hopefully it's my last.
My dear friends, here we are, all in our true colors. You transfer papers, your key to the Mvule Kingdom.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I know.
Here are your clippers. Clippers.
Who's in? We are prefects. We run this place. So let's act like it.
Solomon, the head prefect, quick. Is my collar straight?
We'll be out of Mvule High before you can pronounce the word scholarship.
We have a mystery to solve. The only way we can make a difference is if we stick together.
When I'm head prefect, each and every student will have a voice.
We need to show that new squeak in Mvule.
I hate this school!
Eswatini TV has signed a code of conduct that is enforced by the Eswatini Communications Commission. We are committed to reporting news that is accurate, comment that is fair, and programming that does not amount to hate speech or the description of gratuitous violence or explicit sex. For any complaints of our programming, please contact us on 2411-9600 or email info@eswatinitv.co.za. You can also contact the Eswatini Communications Commission on 2406-7000 or write a letter to ECCOM on PO Box 7811 Mbabane. Email address is info@ecom.org.sz.
This is my first time here.
Hopefully it's my last.
My dear friends, here we are, all in our true colors. You transfer papers, your key to the Mvule Kingdom.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I know.
Here are your clippers. Clippers.
Who's in? We are prefects. We run this place. So let's act like it.
Solomon, the head prefect, quick. Is my collar straight?
We'll be out of Mvule High before you can pronounce the word scholarship.
We have a mystery to solve. The only way we can make a difference is if we stick together.
When I'm head prefect, each and every student will have a voice.
We need to show that new squeak in Mvule.
I hate this school!
So kwamukela imbukelo ohleli Golden Hour siyaqhubekana nohlelo second half of the show sifuna ukukhulumisa indzaba noma ukukhuluma ngendzaba yesifo lesikhona lesiphetfukile eveni lakangwane i-hand, foot and mouth disease. Sibonile ke ma-publications and articles laphumile akhishwa nge-Ministry of Health eveni lakangwane kusho ukuthi bomake emakhaya caphelana etikolweni sekunesifo lesikhona nyalo lesi mhlambe ngathini si-affecta kakhulu bantfwana so ikakhulu nangabe nje use-primary school ukhanza ukuthi labo bantfwana labo ba-prone kakhulu to this particular disease lebitwa ukuthi hand, foot and mouth. So sinenhlanhla lenhle lamhla ehlelo Golden Hour we held Tuesday ukuthi sinebaka Ministry of Health sinalongu Health Promotions Officer Ministry of Health nguSidumo ukhona lomhla ehlelo iGolden Hour. Sidumo, good evening. Kunjani?
Siyaphila sathwethu. Ngiyabonga kuba khona lihlelweni. Sivusele nakuye umbukeli Nzambama.
Yeah, siyabonga kakhulu Siduma ukuthi nithathe isikhathi senu lesi precious need ehleni golden hour nito sikhulumisa nisifundzise nisitshele kabanti nganasifo nasi lesena sinasifunza like articles, newspapers setfuka kakhulu nasibona ku social media also. I-hand, foot and mouth disease niyitfola kanjani? Iyini futhi?
I-hand, foot and mouth isifo lengidawuthi angicale ngicacise lokuthi akusi le foot and mouth lesetinkomeni. Lesi sifo lesi kubantu siyasuka kumuntu siye kumuntu siyi-viral infection. Nasikhuluma ke nga-viral infection sikhuluma ngekugula lotawukhanza ukuthi kude specific medication that cures. Kodwa what we normally do nakafika emtholampilo we attend to la presenter ngako kunake-ke kona aze abe ngcono lo muntu. Si-affecta kakhulu bantwana but akusho lokho ukuthi umuntu lomdzala angede aba naso. Sithandza lokucacisa lokuthi lokhu ku-affecta abantu kuyi-viral infection. Mhlambe sengingatsinza ke lokuthi sikubona lokuthi ligama lako lithi hand, foot and mouth ukuthi kunama-oral sores laba khona. Kuphindze kube ne-rash le ngathi ingama-blisters. Nasikhuluma ngama-blisters ke sikhuluma nge-rash lotawukhanza ukuthi i-fluid filled. Kunemandana la kule rash. Letawuba setandleni nasetinyaweni. Hence ligama laso ke lithi hand, foot and mouth disease. Kutase ke kuba netimpawu letifaka ekhatsi kudzinwa lokungahambisani ne-activity ukuthi udzinwa ngoba mhlambe khona bokwenda yini. Kutawuba khona i-fever kuphakama kwe-temperature.
Mhlambe singangeni la kule timpawu ngathi angifuni sihambe kakhulu ukuthi tekwekuqala si-viral infection.
Viral infection.
Nasi viral infection sisuke sithi sihamba njani lesifo lesi?
Shothi siku-system yemuntu ligciwane leli-virus lingena libe lamtimbeni kumuntu li-replicate ke ngetindlela lelinga-replicate ngato limbangele ke le-discomfort yokuthi selikhona lona lamtimbeni so uyakuva ke lokugula lokubangwa ngilo sekutaba netinto letivako kube netinto lesitibonako ngoba sithi there are signs and symptoms sesitawuva ngawe ukuthi uvani siphindze sibone nasikubuka ukuthi une-rash nasikhuluma ngalokho bese-ke nakukhona lesikuthathako emtimbeni kungaba ingadi kungaba futhi ngola kulama-blisters lesingakuthatha to the laboratory to check ukuthi awukhanza-ke ukuthi sesiyalikhanza-ke leli gciwane lelo ukuthi ngilo lelikhona ku-ecosystem yakho. Mane ngemagciwane ayahlukana kuba nabo bacteria kube nabo fungi. Lota ukhanza-ke ukuthi ku-bacteria kube nanakulezi sithi ngama-antibiotics. So abantu labanenge esikhathini lesinyenti bathi nabaphathekile banganaki lokuthi kubangwa yini bathumele bathole ama-antibiotics. Lota ukhanza ukuthi nawo abawanathi mhlambe ngalendlela lehlelekile ukuthi kufuna uwanatha isikhathi lesinganani uwanatha at intervals la kanjani lokutase kukusibangela letinye tinkinga mhlambe lesingakhuluma ngato ngalelinye lilanga letifaka ekhatsi le drug resistance lokuthi langa sowulidzinga leliphilisi selidzingelwa lokuyibacteria utawukhanza ukuthi alisakusidi ngoba alisasebenzi ngoba buhlulinatha mhlambe gatshana letincane ulishiye endleleni so ngeke sicacisa la ukuthi asiyele emtholampilo for le hand, foot and mouth sifike sithathe le advice le batasineketa yona ngeke ukuthi si presenta kanjani ngokwehlukana kwethu kuloyo naloyo lo tawukhanza thunawo ama symptoms.
So kube ngudokotela or health professional or GP lo diagnose ukuthi wena udinga antibiotic bani kangakanani nini nanini ngelanga. So now la kangwane nangabe liba khona emtimbeni umuntu lihlale but kube ukuthi mhlambe selakhele selinengi le virus lena iqala nyalo siyaqala kuva ngehand mhlambe phambilini sengadalwa beyikhona but you know seyiqhamuka phi nyalo.
I-hand, foot and mouth is a disease lebe singa kulandzeleli kakhulu ngekuthi beyinga present esikhathini lesina kodwa ukhanza ukuthi kulokunye kugula lobe kuvele kukhona nasi checka ku-WHO information website ya WHO. This is a disease that has been there ukhanza ukuthi ke ayiveli ngale lezinga mhlambe lebonakele ngalo kulamalanga. So le information lesisebenzisako ngile guide ngomhlabuhlangene kutempile lesinako ukuthi akusiso sifo lesisha kodwa ngekuhamba kwetikhathi ukhanza ukuthi noma kufika sifo lesidzala kithi sibantu so ukhanza ukuthi le magnitude yaso seyiba nako lokuthi bese iba ngazi ukuthi kusha kanzi into lobo ukhanza ukuthi mhlambe beyikhona kulokunye ibe khona ingaveli kubantu esikhathini lesinyenti kodwa this is not a new disease, it has always been there. Njengemikhuhlane lokhanza ukuthi ihle ivela kube netikhathi la khona iba setulu kakhulu khona sitameke kuqhushisa sive ukuthi asitiphathe kanjani ukuze singacinzeteleki kakhulu.
Yeah, nalokho sisayivela nyalo ke winter. Siyathi si winter custom imikhuhlane, custom fruits, a flu season, you know. But yeah, what are some of the signs and symptoms ngivani emtimbeni wami ukuthi ingakhanzi ngisengiconfuse with the normal flu and maybe COVID-19 nayo labathi sesekhonyana bija.
May we not confuse it with mpox. Besikhuluma nge-mpox. Sisakhuluma ngayo ngoba lamanye emave asachubeka ayababona abantu labapresenta nge-mpox. Lokhanza ukuthi ine-rash nayo. But nasikhuluma ngale hand, foot and mouth bese sishido ukuthi kune-rash lengama-blisters leta basetandleni nasetinyaweni kube nema-oral sores bese lo muntu uba nekuzino lokungasi associated to activity ngoba kuzino asibhekile kusuzino nabe kukhona bokwenda kodwa nase udiva udziniwe ungakayinti lutho bese kuba ne-loss of appetite. Kutawuphindze kube ne-fever leta ukubonakala ative lo muntu ukuthi ngiva ngiyashisa kunaloko lesithi general body malaise lokutiva ukuthi no angikho kahle emtimbeni. Sithi ke letimpawu leto kufuna timsolise le hand, foot and mouth lo muntu bese uya emtholampilo nakafika ke emtholampilo utawuba advised accordingly asitakale ngendlela lekatawu sitakala ngayo lemtholampilo kwehliswa letimpawu lesikhuluma ngato but nje lesikucizelelako kakhulu ukuthi sisasho ukuthi kuphatha kakhulu bantwana basheshe babonakale nabaphathekile kanzi kulokunye utawukhanza ukuthi nakude lo tabanaka kutawuhamba umgamo ukhanza ukuthi sekumcinzetela kakhulu kungako ukuthi sinasikhuluma nalaba sema-day care centers nalaba sema-preschools bo-teacher abasinakele kakhulu labantwana ngoba kulokunye nakude loloku ungathi kuyi-discomfort umntwana uyachubeka adlale kanzi utawukhanza ukuthi unayo le rash le kungiyo lele sithi from le fluid lela kulama blisters ngilapho la naso itsinza lomunye sesingathelelana sibe banenge and socially sesine challenge naso sinebantu labanenge labanako lokugula nane ukuthi ke siphila nalokunye lokusemtimbeni lotawukhanza lokunye siyakwati lokunye asikwati sesingaba nema complications mhlawumbe nangabe kutawufika le hand foot and mouth ikhanze ukuthi vele kukhona lokunye lokube vele kungihlupha emtimbeni kungako ke sicezelela loku isolate kodwa si isolate sibe selinaka lele ukuthi we are not discriminating against each other si isolate ngoba sifuna abuye sekangcono anciphe emathuba ekuthi besingathelelana siphinze sicezelele ukuthi lona losanako ke letinto latisebenzisako sitikhethe sendele ukuthi singashare ema-items where utawukhanza ukuthi sesithinza sibabanenge ngoba nema-surfaces nema-items kubantwana kungaba ngama-toys labadlala ngawo preschool nje ukhanza kunetinto letiningi lebadlala ngato leti dabo bonke so sitawucela ke lokuthi sithi disinfect letinto leto kunciphisa emathuba ukuthi nabatitsinza balithole lelo gciwane nema-surfaces ke lafana netivalo wherever la sithinza khona ngabinyenti bethu sitame kuklina but nje kakhulu sigcizelela ema-precautions lafaka ekhathini i-hand hygiene kugeza tandla
siqhubeke siwashe tandla sanitize njengoba besenda during covid
besenda ngesikhathi i-covid ikupeak siqhubeke sisebenzise amanti la geletako nesipho noma i-hand sanitizer sispace ke bese sikufunzile kungachawulana ngoba nako lokuchawulana kunako lokuthi sisherelane amagciwane nangabe akhona kumunye wethu khanza ukuthi singakukhuthata nako siyathi lokuthi kusounda antisocial but kuyasilekelela ekunciphiseni kuhamba kwamagciwane
but at least sesiyakwati sikujwayele from COVID-19 sithemba ukuthi sitanilalela sitakwenda konke lenikusho siyabonga kakhulu Sidumo for joining us today
siyabonga kakhulu
sithemba ukuthi nayo amaswati evile ukuthi uthini nokuthi entawuchubeka on the ground besides health education lephathelene nayo i-hand foot and mouth disease entawuchubeka nende naleminye imikhankaso letawusita ukuthi sati sihlale si-abreast when it comes to indzaba yaso lesifo lesisikhona nasevenda kangwane
siyabonga kakhulu nekuthola lithuba golden hour ngoba sifinyelela kubantu labanyende nesikhathi lesifishane siyacela lokuthi nabo bantu bachubeke bacoce ngayo le information itowatiwa abantu labanyende.
Thank you so much. Well, that is our guest today on the Golden Hour. Ngusidumo Wakalikele, Loboye Minister of Health, Loyi Health Promotions Officer. Uyasikhulumisa, uyasiyala, uyasikhuthaza ukuthi sitinakekele, sinakekele bantwana kakhulu, in a family setup community. Ubalile ukuthi nasema-daycare centers kakhulu labagada noma banakekele bantwana bacaphele kakhulu sisanitize siwashe tandla ngamanti ageletako nensipho kuze ukuthi singanzi lesifo lesi sisicontain nje sigcine la sikhona khona sikhona kusinqoba. Let's take a short break on the show. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Eswatini Lifestyle. This is your ultimate guide to the entertainment, to the lifestyle and the culture of Eswatini.
Eswatini Lifestyle. Eswatini Lifestyle.
Eswatini Lifestyle.
From 6:30 to 7 p.m. On Eswatini TV, Sibuko Semaswati.
On Eswatini TV, Sibuko Semaswati.
Dive into a thriving and diverse art scene. Simply follow our hosts in Artsy Africa.
Come with me.
6 African cities, so many voices. What attracted me was the large canvas for expression. These artists are reshaping how we see contemporary art. Artsy Africa.
Have a
look.
The Vibrant series on DW.
This is my first time here.
Hopefully it's my last.
My dear friends, here we are, all in our true colors.
Your transfer papers, your key to the Mvule Kingdom.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I know.
Here are your clippers. Clippers.
Who's in? We are prefects. We run this place. So let's act like it.
Solomon, the head prefect, quick. Is my collar straight?
We'll be out of Mvule High before you can pronounce the word scholarship.
We have a mystery to solve. The only way we can make a difference is if we stick together.
When I'm head prefect, each and every student will have a voice.
You need to show that new squeak, the Mvule.
I hate this school!
Welcome back to the show, everyone. It's still a Health Tuesday. Hashtag Gumnanzik Basaka. It is good to be home. Says Funzilege from the Ministry of Health. Right now, it's time for us to get into something very interesting, something very physical, and something that, you know, we're advising you guys to try out, especially for the parents. If you have a boy child, Mike Tyson, or whatever the case may be, we want to see how, you know, boxing is as a sport. And of course, something to try out for the dummies. If you're trying it for the first time, we want to show you guys ukuthi kwahamba kanjani. Must you meet our boxing coach that we have locally in Babane, right? No, Pila?
Yeah, kwahamba njani thina?
Hayi ngasha sibhakela lapha.
Sigadze ini.
Hayi ngingabi kakhulu. Angingabi kakhulu. Ngisatha kufundisa nje ukuthi bangaqali sibhakela sikhona.
Ngicharge.
Ngeke ngicharge. Free of charge.
At least ngisaventa ke poem.
Yeah, so
that song.
But
that's on the cards. But then what can we say? It's Boxing 101 or Boxing for Beginners with Tilu. Check it out.
Hello guys, and of course we are out of the office. If you see me and it's a different setup, that means that we are out of the studio. And today we are in Babane Club. We're here to learn more about boxing. So we've done skating, we've done golfing with Nokpila. So today is all about boxing, and of course we have the rightful person for it. He's our boxing coach for today, and he knows a lot about boxing than I could ever tell you guys. So his name is Nkosinati Dlamini Nkosumlangen, and of course we've had him on Eswatini TV a couple of times. But boxing, Muhammad Ali, who's the greatest boxer?
Yeah, the greatest of all time. This is Muhammad Ali. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. Thank you. I'm okay.
You know what? I want to learn more about the necklace.
This one is a made. I'm the only one having it. I'm the only one owning it. Yes.
Okay, can you tell me more? Stepping Razor Boxing Academy. Can you tell us more about that?
Okay. Stepping Razor Academy, it's an academy that teaches boxing to boxers, to anyone who's interested in boxing.
Okay.
Yes. It's an academy.
We
are based in Babane Club, also based in Manzini. Okay. Yeah, so we have two training centers that we're using. Babane Club, anyone in Baran Babane can join us here in Babane. Yeah. But if you're in Manzini, you can join us on the weekends in Manzini. Okay. But during the week, we're here in Babane.
So Tina Kanze during the week. Can you tell me more about boxing as a sport? Why boxing, JV?
Boxing is a very good sport.
Is it?
There's less I can say about boxing that is not a good sport. Boxing is a very good sport. Yeah. It teaches you to be calm all the time because you're getting punched. You have to think, you have to regroup yourself while getting punched. Yeah. So it makes it a good sport because it teaches you to be a fast thinker, to always stay calm, be composed all the time. Okay. Yeah, and also to control every situation. Yeah. You see when you're inside the ring, you're fighting opponent with a hard puncher, he's punching in your face, and then you don't have to be angry. Yeah. You have to be calm so that you can control the situation. Okay. Yeah, so boxing is the sport. Yeah. I would advise and encourage everyone to join boxing.
Okay. Yeah. So when did your love for, boxing develop? Like, is it boxing only that you do, or you're also someone who's into fitness as a whole?
For me, it's boxing and boxing fitness.
Okay.
Yeah, not just fitness. I would say boxing fitness.
Okay.
Yeah, boxing fitness because we're focusing more on high intensity. So I like training that have high intensity, which group it under boxing fitness.
Boxing.
Yeah. We vele sibambe sibe sembuluzi one time.
Manje akwende kulahlekelwa itinyo lapha boxing.
Unfortunately good, but some people assume I lost a tooth with my gap, but
no, no, you're crazy. I didn't mean it.
It's a natural gap. No, I have many people assuming that until they say, even my daughter asked me what happened to my tooth, and they say it's a gap.
It's a gap. It's just a gap, naturally. So can you tell me more about boxing in Eswatini? Like, is it a sport that people like invest in, or fairly labanye ba skeptical ngayo? Because I haven't heard much of boxing. Mina namhlanje ngiyaqala ukuva nje nalokuthi sila embabane club we do boxing.
I'm happy that you asking about that. No, boxing, it's a sport that has always been there.
Okay.
It's just that its marketing was slowly. It was not well spread around. But now we are trying to, the executive is trying to make it more known to people. Okay. Encouraging every coach to post in their clubs about boxing. Trying to make sure that we report about boxing on all the media platforms we have in Eswatini. Yes. So that's why we're trying to expand the sport, encouraging every youth, adult to join boxing for fitness or for boxing to learn the art of fighting. Or also use it for your cardio to lose weight and stay calm.
Okay. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Coach, let's see a few moves that are famous in the ring. Okay,
in boxing, there is a famous punch and a very most important punch that you must always, you keep yourself, must always try to improve it every day. You just have to, you don't have to just know it by word. Yes. You have to know it by using it. Okay. Technically, being smart with using it. Okay. Yeah, it's like a journalist writing an essay. Okay. They don't just write. Okay. They write things chronological. What's the word? Chronological. Yes. So even the jab is like that. It sets up the pace. Where are you now? Our introduction. We are closing the fight. Your jab must be there. Okay. Yes. That's the most important part. Okay. That's the most important.
But your hands are supposed to protect
your hands. You have always keep your hands up. Okay. On your face. Okay. Don't close your eyes. Keep it on the side so you can watch, can see your opponent. Okay, yes. This is a glove that we use in boxing. It's 10 ounce.
10 ounce?
Yes.
So it's
No, it's the weight of the glove.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the weight of the glove. We're using 10 ounce and 12 ounce. Okay. Yeah, for 10 ounce, for everyone weighing below 67, it's using 10 ounce. Okay. So once you're weighing 71 kg and upwards to 91 plus, or 91 plus 100 kg, you weigh 12 ounce. Okay. But during training, only this one on competition. During training, inside the gym, you are using 14, 16 ounce, so you don't hurt each other much. Okay. Yes, but during competition, we're using the 12 and 10.
Do you have like 3 basic rules for boxing? I know keep your hands up, protect your face, stay composed. What would be the last one?
The last one, be able to use your feet to move around. Okay. Yeah. Yes, you call it try step off. Okay. We have in boxing we have 2 people. There's a left hand and a right hand person. Okay. The left hand is the left hand, we call him a southpaw. The right hand, we call him an orthodox. Okay. So in boxing for me, I'm a right hand. I always pose like this. That's my stand. That's how I protect myself. That's how I move. I keep my hands like this. This is my right hand on my face, protecting my chin, the side of the chin. This is my jab. It's staying like this to control and the distance between me and my opponent all the time. So I have to keep using it so I can know how far is my opponent. Okay. It also, the most important part that it plays, it obstructs the opponent for him and also disturb him to make him start defending nothing. But you're still just popping the jab on his face. And then when he's doing like this, then that's where you can attack. Yes. Okay, let me do a few demonstrations on the punching bag. I won't hit hard. I don't think I have power. So here, this is the boxing. You hold your glove like this here, and then this is your jab. A single jab, like that, a single jab. You're setting up your body for a combination.
Okay.
A single jab, and then you can go with a punch.
Okay.
So that's the 2 punches. Then you also have combination where you can throw more punches, like you set up. You always have to remember to set up with your jab. You set up and then you go bam, bam.
Oh,
yes,
I've seen that one. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Good day. Uppercut.
Uppercut, you do have an uppercut. That one is a killer one when you are close to the person. We are here. Let's go 1, 2, 3. And then it's here, and then you come closer. You go for an uppercut.
Okay.
And then you go for the right uppercut. There's a left and a right uppercut. Yes. That's the fun part. It's nice to hit something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Kona Nagule Baba Nago, I think, but
The
it's not
speedball.
this one that goes.
Yeah, unfortunately, that one has been damaged, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, today we don't have it.
But we've seen
Yes.
how you do it.
Yeah, this is a punching bag. That's what the punching bag, we use it for training.
Okay.
Yeah, it keeps you, it teaches you. This one is not just a punching bag to a boxer.
Yes.
It's an imagination of an opponent.
Okay.
Yeah, an opponent that does not feel pain, that keeps going to you. Just have to keep hitting. You don't have to rest on it. Okay. It teaches your muscle to keep fighting because it doesn't feel pain to still stand there. And as a coach standing by next to you, say, hit the bag. Hit it harder, more harder, more harder, more harder, until you know how to stay calm.
Would you say boxing is like a stress reliever to a certain
Definitely.
extent?
Please, you're feeling down, come and if you're feeling frustrated, come here and hit the bag. Come here and hit the bag, you'll feel better.
All right, Coach. Yeah, thank you. We'll try it out and see if I can throw a punch, and then you can show me and demonstrate.
Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right.
Right-handed. Okay, yes. Perfect. I'm a right-hand too. So the first thing, your
your
left foot, it's up front, and then your back foot is here.
Okay.
Your power hand always on the back.
Okay.
And then this one is just for obstruction to disturb your opponent, so you can prepare this one to hit hard with this one. So every time when you hit the back foot, you twist your hip like this.
Okay,
you twist your hip like this. So and the punch lands with the 2 knuckles. Yeah, the 2 knuckles. That's what caused the damage.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can even hear this. This one, it's naskatse and makhabe is in kwebele. So mchobeleta ngales and then siyakhona try more combination now.
Okay.
Yes.
Uppercut yona sini.
Uppercut shabana uppercut. Uppercut ingot uppercut. So you have to think twice before using it. But it's okay to use it. So uppercut, it comes from here. It goes straight to the jaw. Most of the time. It's either here or here on the, I don't know, this part above the belly button. Yes. There's a soft part there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go straight there or can go straight to the
jaw.
Yeah, to the jaw.
Okay.
This one is like a main switch. One punch, a good punch landing here, it makes a person goes down.
Okay.
One time.
Okay.
You throw the jab.
Right hand.
Yeah, the jab. This is your left hand. Perfect. Don't worry. That's the joy of it. You get frustrated because you have to regroup.
Okay,
yeah, jab. Move back. 1, 2. Start with this one.
Start with this
1, 2.
Okay.
1, 2. And always protect yourself at all times. You keep your hands here.
I don't do this.
Yeah, no, you don't do. That one is
I keep them here.
the first part. We call it default setting. See, when the same thing is on default.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not your advanced with not innovation defense. This is the default defense. Keep your head on your hands, in your elbows. Jab forward, back, 1, 2. Start with the left.
Okay, start with the left.
Yeah, jab forward. Yes, 1, 2. Yes, jab forward. I think she can be a good boxer. She must start boxing.
Crazy. Okay.
She must start boxing. Jab forward. 1, 2. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jab forward. Jab forward. Right. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your hands here. Please.
Haniko ready. Namalungena Tino, aka the boxer, is down to I'm handling my business. This is so exciting. Adrenaline.
Yeah. But you have to control it utterly all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, don't.
But it needs you to focus and to listen to you, I think.
Yeah, because if let's say you're inside the ring, I have to shout I have to shout at you and tell you something. You don't have to be angry at me when I shout.
Thank you so much for showing us how it's done. When it comes to boxing, we hope that people are actually going to sign up their kids because it looks so interesting.
Let the kids
especially the boys
boxing.
and the girls as well. Everyone, and stuff.
Please, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our Boxing 101 or Boxing for Dummies with myself and the amazing Gosinathi Dlamini. So if you want to sign up, make sure that you sign up.
Let the kids join.
Let the kids join.
Yes.
Uppercut. Yay, 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 yay.
Well, that's it for our boxing class on a Health Tuesday. Hey, what's it with that uppercut?
I don't know. I think I've seen it in a lot of boxing movies. The likes of Michael B. Jordan,
Creed.
movie, but Creed, yes. So he was a boxer. So I like the fact that, uppercut is always just that one move that you pull out when.
Hey,
yes, definitely.
Okay, so getting straight into our entertainment report on the golden hour today. Story set fuke sekuqala nkansi so mhlambe sewenabe kahle wasifundzisa ngaso lesifo bese sitaqala ngaso le story namhla se hand, foot and mouth sinexwayise kakhulu ngaso ukuthi asiqapheleni sibatali guardians sehlele emakhaya nabo laba nakekela abantwana in the preschools and the daycare centers. But more than anything, the first important point speaks to observing children for signs and symptoms of the infection, and if symptoms appear or are noticed. Then the second one is to ensure children practice frequent hand washing with soap and running water. Then the third one, do not send infected children to school or daycare centers to prevent further spread. The last point speaks to disinfecting toys, surfaces, and common used areas regularly. So in the house, make sure that we disinfect. Treat COVID-19. Let's handle and treat hand, foot, and mouth disease the same way.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you there. And of course, on a lighter story, I want to talk about comedian Celeste Nduli. She's taken an award home, and that went in line or went in hand with her, celebrating 20 years in the in the comedy industry. So Celeste utate best Comedian of the Year, and these were the Savannah Comics Choice Awards this past Saturday in Johannesburg. And of course, she has had like a lot of pearls of wisdom to pass down, especially in her acceptance speech, whereby she was just shedding light to Guti. Some people feel like this award was delayed, but for her it is divine timing because she feels like she's put in the work, and sometimes you do not get recognized the instant that you want, but your work will always speak for itself. And of course, she's been in a lot of drama shows such as Isibaya. She's done a lot of, comedic shows as well with Skumba. So she's basically been like trailblazing when it comes to, comedy. So she said that it doesn't matter if, you're coming from a different background or a rural background, or in a village you were less privileged growing up. And of course, she says, funny is still funny. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. And she wants, a lot of people to learn from her and, just as much as she has paved the way. So we're celebrating 20 years of Celeste Nduli, and we're celebrating her winning, the best comedian of the year, which is 2025. And congratulations to her. I genuinely think that she's authentic and she's funny.
Yeah, did you see Dr. Shakes? He attended the award.
Yes, he did. And then
looking dapper in our traditional regalia.
Who did he take a picture next to?
The Mlungu.
Is it the Mlungu?
Yeah, also at least courage. Oh, mean other pictures?
Yes.
I'm not really sure of every other picture that he took with, other people. But yeah, that's the Savannah Comics Choice Awards.
Yeah.
And of course, Bawati kusignema funeral awards in South Africa.
Bengat.
Yeah.
Yo, I didn't know.
Funeral awards in South Africa, so there's a whole association of funeral parlors, So kutiwa a funeral service here, aka which is now called like a 5-star funeral service. Mayende, a funeral service company, Ibrudi Funeral Parlor, let's say Soshanguve, we win best service funeral company of the year, So yeah, That's it.
Wow,
Funeral
that's so
awards.
interesting.
Yeah, but it's nothing about AKA.
Yes.
Just the company won
Okay.
the award. Yeah.
All right, guys, that's it for our entertainment report. You can read up more on the story, which is very interesting. We'll see you guys tomorrow on a Family Wednesday with so much more. Good night.
Peace out.
Labantu labasha baphinde phambe khona momani ngiyazi abantu maintain the feeder roads kube ngibo abakha the feeder roads ba maintain the government buildings really
nento lebhlungu ke lokukhanza ukuthi usebenzise umuntu ngecontract usekugcine nawo ngesomixe ekhanje uhamba nalide kuba lide nje 00
usani kuba trainer labantwana enebo banikeni imali batisebenze ngoba ufike kuba trainer awuhlala ekhaya certificate.
A lot of the things that iflethe dzingwa noma letibutwa bahlonishwa tidzinga imali.